Okay, we've all been there. You walk into her room to say good morning, and before you can get a hello out, she's rolled her eyes at you, she's sighed with the weight of the world, or snapped at you for breathing too loud. Suddenly, your heart is racing. This is in the morning, okay? Your chest feels tight, and you're spiraling into a bad mood before you've even had your coffee. Now, if your daughter's attitude feels like a constant trigger for your anxiety, I hear you and I see you, Mama. Today, we're going to talk about why this happens, and most importantly, how to reclaim your peace.
If you are frustrated with how to get your teenage daughter to open up to you because all you want is to connect with her as you once did, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Jeannie Baldomero, a former rebellious teen, now mom of 3 young adults, educator, and the mom mentor, equipping you to create open communication with your girl so she can come to you about anything, even if she's scared. So grab your oat milk latte, breathe, and let's do this together. I know you are frustrated and confused about how to even approach your girl without having any backlash or somehow causing any offense. You simply want to know more about her because for some reason you don't feel as connected to her anymore. She talks less, not like how she used to, and you just wish things were different between the two of you. You want to know whether or not things are going okay with her. She just won't share with you, and you just don't know why. You've tried everything, but it was so hard to connect with her. I want you to know that there is still hope, Mama. You are not alone. I want you to stop feeling frustrated with your current situation, and I want you to start equipping yourself with solutions to help you reconnect with your teenage daughter. I'm going to help you understand the changes happening in your girl, how you can shift your role in this new season in teenhood, and how your relationship will flourish again by creating a space where your girl will be talking to you. Yes, your girl will be talking to you. Talk to Your Teen Girl Framework is a 30-day journey that will get you creating open communication with your teenage daughter. She'll come to you even if she's scared, even if it's something hard to talk about. She'll come to you. I want you to head on over to talktoyourteengirl.com right now, and let's get started together. Are you ready?
Okay, let's be honest for a second. When our daughters are icy, defiant, or dismissive, or it looks like her head's rolling off her neck, it doesn't just annoy us, it really hurts. And many of us, that hurt quickly turns into a sense of hopelessness, right? You might feel out of control, like no matter what you do, you can't steer the ship. You can't control or feel like you have a sense of control of what's going on in your household. You feel anxious, waiting for the next explosion or the next silent treatment. Or maybe even inadequate, thinking, if I were a better mom, she wouldn't act like this. It is so easy to blame your daughter's attitude for your mental state. And in a way, she is the catalyst, right? She can be the trigger. But here's the hard truth we face. We cannot control what we cannot control. We cannot force a 14-year-old to be cheerful. But we can control how we respond to the storm, right? We can. But a quick note before I move forward on anxiety. And before we dive in, I want to make a distinction, okay? I'm not downplaying any struggles with clinical anxiety that requires medication or professional therapy. I want you to continue those vital self-care steps. But what we're talking about today is we are specifically talking about those anxious feelings and situational triggers that arise in the heat of a parenting moment, okay? So 3 ways to move forward calmly. So how do we stop the spiral? How do we stay the calm captain when the storm is roughing up the seas? Well, here are 3 shifts you can make today. Number 1 is really recognize your triggers and then name them, right? Name those triggers so you can identify them quickly. Anxiety thrives in the dark. When your daughter snaps at you and your body goes into fight or flight mode, to stop this, you have to catch it in real time. When you feel that heat rise in your chest, stop and name it. Say to yourself, I am feeling triggered right now because I feel disrespected, right? Now, you can tell her this, or it's really for you to tell yourself that, right? And this is how you can pivot from that feeling. Once you recognize the trigger, give yourself permission to pause. You don't have to respond instantly. A simple, I'm feeling frustrated right now, so I'm going to step away and we're going to talk about this in 10 minutes or however many times, ever minutes you need. This saves you from an anxiety-driven blow-up. Okay? Second, set boundaries for yourself. Not just her, you set the boundaries for yourself. We often think of boundaries as rules for our kids, but some of the most important boundaries are the ones we set for ourselves. Now, decide what you will and will not participate. Okay? Those are the things. What are the negotiables and non-negotiables for yourself? And then pivot. If she starts yelling, your boundary might be, I love you, but I will not stay in the room and be yelled at. I'm going to the kitchen. Confine me when you can speak calmly, right? This takes the power away from her attitude and puts the power back into your hands. And this is not about a power struggle or trying to challenge her in that. You aren't changing her behavior. You are changing your proximity to the chaos, okay? And number 3, challenge your narrative. What are you choosing to believe? Okay, sometimes our anxiety struggles or anxious thoughts, it comes from the brain, right? We interpret it differently. We interpret our circumstances based on what we believe in and that's how we react, right? When our girls act out, our brains love to tell us the big lie. And the lie is, she hates me, or I failed as a parent. These thoughts are the fuel for anxiety. Instead, ask yourself, is this thought actually true? What you're thinking about yourself, is that actually true? Then choose a new narrative. Instead of, she's doing this to hurt me, try, she's having a hard time. Or maybe today she's having a hard day and she's taking it out on her safest person. When you shift the story from personal attack to developmental phase, the anxiety loses its grip. It's no longer about you, but understanding the circumstances. Okay? I hope that helps you, Mama. Your daughter is navigating a whirlwind of hormones, right? And with that comes social pressure and let alone her developing brain about herself and about the world. She's going to be off balance sometimes, but you don't have to fall over just because she does, right? By recognizing your triggers, holding your own boundaries, and choosing a kinder narrative, you can move yourself with the calm, confident energy she actually needs from you, right? You can set the example. You can control your own circumstances and your reaction and your own thoughts. You got this. I'll see you next time.
Hey friend, if this podcast inspired you or encouraged you or helped you in any way, I'd love for you to share it. You can screenshot this episode and share it in your stories on social media or text it to a friend who can use the support. It's the best way you can thank me. I want to let other mamas know they are not alone. I'd love to stay connected with you. You can find me at raisingherconfidently.com. Until next time, live full of grace, Jeannie.